Hello everyone, KingGanon here, and today I have a very special video for you guys. Today I am interviewing the one and only Nolls Nook, also known as
Hey,
Eric Naletti. He's a pretty chill guy, and yeah, this is the first time I've actually done a podcast with someone, and I'm very honored to have him on my show. So
no problem, man.
yeah,
Glad to be here.
oh, I'm so happy that you actually got to do this with me today. So
Yeah, no problem, man.
yeah, first question. What made you want to actually do the the harsh commenting on these movies and such, like with the way that
Oh,
most
yeah,
yeah
yeah,
he
yeah.
does it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Typically, I just try and find bad movies and review them. I don't try to be harsh, but the movies that I typically review are just really, really bad because I think they're funny. But so what got me to the point of doing these was essentially just JonTron. My brother actually showed me his channel. My younger brother showed me his channel a while ago, and it just pretty much inspired me to do movie reviews and start my channel up. I thought, hey, if he can do it, I can certainly do it too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm also a fan of JonTron as well. I have a friend of mine that's almost like completely obsessed with him. He quotes him just about every day. So it's pretty cool to meet another person who's also a fan of JonTron.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy to quote, dude. He makes some of the best content on YouTube, to be honest. I think he's fantastic. He's my favorite. Him and PBG, Peanut
Peanut
Butter
Butter
Gamer.
Gamer. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love those guys. Pretty much just all the normal Boots guys are really,
Yeah.
I think, really high quality.
Yeah, I'm actually still a fan of PBG. I haven't seen a video of his in a while though. But yeah, it's wow, you got a good taste in YouTubers, I gotta say.
Thanks, man. Well, just try my best here. Let's see. I started watching PewDiePie a while ago. Only a few months ago, actually. It hasn't been for too long. I was always one of those guys that didn't watch him for some reason, and I didn't think too highly about him years ago, but it was for no apparent reason. And then, I was like, if I'm going to do YouTube, I should at least check out PewDiePie. And I did, and I was like, yeah, I like this guy. He's funny.
Yeah, to be entirely honest, I'm not a huge fan of PewDiePie myself, but yeah, I can only tolerate a few of his videos every now and then. I don't really like the YouTubers such as like Markiplier, PewDiePie, and Jacksepticeye because I mean they really get their fame from repetitive kind of content. I think, anyways. I mean, of course, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but jeez, yeah. I mean, I just don't really find them entertaining to me.
Yeah, I can appreciate, like, I'm not a huge Jacksepticeye fan, but I can appreciate where they're coming from, and,
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Anybody who can vault a career off of YouTube, I mean, I definitely respect that, no matter what content they produce, as long as it's not, hurtful or hateful
Exactly.
or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you know the YouTubers such as, on the topic of being hurtful and stuff like that, do you know the YouTubers such as Leafy is Here, Pyrocynical, iDub, stuff like that?
Yeah, I've heard of Leafy is Here. I've watched, like, 2 or 3 of his videos, and I don't know what my thoughts on him are. Initially, I'm not a fan, but I saw one of his videos. It was kind of humorous, but honestly, I think he's playing a character.
Yeah.
I would be hard pressed to believe that dude is actually as hateful as he portrays himself to be. But yeah, a lot of his stuff really controversial. Not a huge fan. I'm not even subscribed to him. So.
What about Keemstar, the meme of all people?
Keemstar, man. Yeah, I don't watch him. I don't think I've seen a single Keemstar video. I've just seen like tweets and clips from his videos here and there. But
yeah.
No, I've never seen a single Keemstar video. I don't think.
I only watched I think it was the first 30 seconds of a video only for his intro and just to see what the topic of the video was about. But that was it.
video. I've just seen like tweets and clips from his videos here and there, but
Yeah.
no, I've never seen a single Keemstar video. I don't think.
I only watched I think it was the first 30 seconds of a video only for his intro and just to see what the topic of the video was about, but that was it. It's like
yeah, so doesn't he just do like drama
yeah,
videos?
Yeah.
Like it's like news, like essentially it'd be like ETV for YouTubers.
Exactly, yeah, stuff like that. He's not looked upon in the YouTube community, to be entirely honest. He's slurred very bad words. He's done pretty bad stuff as well. But off that topic, what do you think your favorite game is? To be entirely honest,
favorite game,
yeah,
hands down, Resident Evil 4, hands down.
Okay.
Favorite game of all time. It was like my first game that I ever bought when I was 13 years old. I got it from Game Crazy. Games just it's just so memorable and nostalgic to me. Just a fantastic game.
Yeah. I've seen you play Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex or something like that, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. It's in one of my videos.
I'm a huge fan of Crash Bandicoot Warped, and I can, quote the entire intro. I had that stuck in my head for, the past week. But, yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, Crash is great. I'm actually looking forward to the re-release of the first three on the PS4.
The engine remaster or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly enough, I don't have a PS4. But,
oh, you don't?
No,
what do
I
you
don't.
have?
I have an Xbox One.
Xbox One.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Initially, I wanted to get an Xbox One, but I ended up going with the PS4 because I bought my PS4, I think it was a year ago when Battlefront came out, and I bought the Darth Vader edition.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend of mine that has that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah, if I had enough money to get it, I would most definitely get a PS4 Pro just for the engine remake, because Crash Bandicoot is a part of my childhood. And that game, that is amazing, yeah.
So going back to you, what's your favorite game of all time?
Ooh, that's a good one. There's so many games that I cannot choose from because I am an avid gamer. I've started playing video games since I was around 4 or 5. I got a Game Boy Color with Pokemon Silver, I think it was. And I remember one time we went to go to the store, and I had this Magikarp that I really wanted to catch, but I couldn't bring the Game Boy in with me. So then I came back, and the Game Boy died, and I was so distraught. And ever since then, I've been playing Pokemon, and it's so fun. But on the same aspect, ever since I was introduced to Legend of Zelda, I have been, ever since I heard about, what was it? I think it was Twilight Princess for the Wii. I played that for a little bit, and then I heard they remastered it for the Wii U, and I played that over again. And I've actually realized that they flipped. I can't explain it, but yeah, it's really, really weird. So it's either a toss between Pokemon or Legend of Zelda, because those games actually have, like I said, a part of my childhood with me. So I can't really decipher between the two.
Yeah, man, I feel you. Yeah. So Banjo-Kazooie definitely would
Banjo-Kazooie.
be on my top 5.
Oh,
love Banjo-Kazooie, man. And then, of course, Super Mario 64.
Ooh, yeah.
What else, man? I'm trying to think. Can't think of them off the top. Oh, GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Ooh, for the 64.
Hands down.
Yeah.
That's definitely in my top 5.
On the topic of Banjo-Kazooie, I have got to give Xbox props for making the rare replay. Oh, they have Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo 2.
Would you play that?
Do what?
Oh, yeah, man. You play that? I didn't get my hands on that, but I did buy, years ago, I was big into the Xbox 360. I did buy the remastered version of Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Mm-hmm. They're fantastic.
Yeah. I remember they also have Conker's Bad Fur Day on it.
Dude, yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that right now in my bookcase for the N64.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that on the N64.
I can't believe that.
It's an expensive game. You ever look it up?
No, I actually
ever try
haven't.
and find that on eBay?
Is it how expensive is it?
It usually runs for a torn up copy $60, and then for a good copy we're looking at like $100,
That's
and I've seen it for
insane.
$250, like brand new
These people
seal.
are out of their mind.
Dude, people, yeah, but it's a not no pun intended. It's a rare game because it was released at the end of the N64 the N64's life cycle, right?
Yeah.
So it was like I think it was around probably when did that come out? 2000, 2001. It was a really late N64 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that game was so controversial too, because like the rude humor, the vulgarities, everything in that game was so bad, and yet it looked like a child's game. So when it first started up, they had to put that the mature warning on there, and parents still let the kids play it. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah. It's a crazy game. There's a lot of bad references in that game. I haven't beaten it myself. I bought it off of eBay. Probably about a year ago, and played the first few sections of the game, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's really funny. Yeah.
But yeah, have you ever played any of the Legend of Zelda games before?
Dude, I have not played a single Zelda game. People tell me I need to, but I never have. When I was a kid, we didn't get a console until my sister bought the N64, probably back in the mid-2000s when it was, like, done. We got it for cheap. Let's see. Yeah, and we didn't have any money because my parents wouldn't fund the games for us. My mom and dad didn't believe in video games.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't get many good games. We ended up just buying a bunch of really cheap games. And so I never got my hands on Zelda.
Oh, damn.
Ever.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because that kind of scenario happened with me. I had the PlayStation 1, and I loved that thing. I had Crash Bandicoot, what else? Need for Speed Underground. I had all those good games for it. Oh no, Need for Speed Underground was PlayStation 2, I think. Something like that. But yeah, later on down the road, my dad ended up trading the PS1 for a PS2, and I was so distraught because I thought I couldn't play Crash Bandicoot anymore. And then I saw that it was backwards compatible for it, and I was like, that made my life a whole lot easier. And my goodness, it was the best thing ever.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever see those? This is probably super random, but you were talking about the PS2, and as a kid, I didn't have many video games, so I was like hoping and clinging to things that were unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
But Cartoon Network would occasionally have these like dial-in like contests where you call a number. It was like during Toonami or something, and they were giving away. It was Jack and Daxter.
Oh my
and
god!
And a PS2 one time.
Yes.
And I remember just trying to call in so many times every time the number popped up to be like the 7th caller and win that thing. Of course, I never did, but I remember that, and it was a neat thing about the PS2 in my childhood. I never had a PlayStation until the PlayStation 4, though.
Oh wow!
So yeah.
It's funny that you talk about Jack and Daxter as well, because that's also a childhood game of mine. I never owned it, but a friend of mine did, and every time that I come over, we'd always run over like those big people, and we call them chubby wubbies because they would like bounce and everything. It was so funny. Yeah, I don't remember which Jack and Daxter it was, but it was amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Have you played any other Bethesda games other than Prey at the moment?
Yeah, so Fallout, right?
Oh, Fallout,
Bethesda.
yes.
But I'm never quite sure. It's Prey is published by Bethesda, right?
I'm pretty sure it's made.
The developers are Arcane Studios, I think.
I think they work together. I'm not sure.
Do they work together? I'm not sure how it goes. I'm not a game creator, but yeah, oftentimes there'll be a publisher who does all the advertising and whatnot, and then there's the developer who actually develops the game. But I'm not sure. Maybe Bethesda actually did have a hand in developing the game as well. But
if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think they made Arcane Studios also help Bethesda with The Evil Within. Have you played that?
Oh, really? Dude, that was fantastic. Yeah, the game is fantastic.
You know that...
It's really good. Honestly, I was talking to somebody... Well, actually, it was a bunch of my followers after I beat Resident Evil 7 for the first time,
Yeah.
I just took it and, I was like, man, the Evil Within really could have been Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
And I honestly think Resident Evil 7 would have made more sense as the Evil Within, and vice versa.
I don't think Resident Evil was all that good, to be honest. I mean, like, I never played it or anything, but I watched, like, the entire playthrough of it, and it doesn't look all that good of a game.
You mean RE7?
Yeah, Resident Evil 7, that's what did I say?
Oh, yeah. You said Resident Evil, yeah. But, yeah, dude, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan in general. I've played all of them, except for some of the weird, Outbreak side games for the PS2?
Yeah.
Side story kind of things. But, yeah, RE7 was, like, really promising, and they were going back to the roots of, like, survival horror and stuff, and, the first few chapters were really good. I really liked it, and it was intriguing, and it felt like they were building up to a point where we were going to, uncover this huge mystery or something really cerebral happen, but it really let me down in the story department, to be honest, because you got to a point in the game where all this weird stuff was happening, and you're killing off these crazy psycho family members, you're going through Jack, Marguerite, and what's his name, who's the son?
I forgot.
Lucas,
yeah. Lucas.
Yeah, it's Lucas. But then you get to, like, the end boss, and you figure out it was, like, this little girl behind everything, and that's such a cliche, like, the little girl thing, like, that's been played out so many times in Japanese horror films and whatnot, but then it didn't make any sense. They just kind of said, oh, yeah, the little girl is the grandmother, but then how is the grandmother, rolling around in her freaking wheelchair during the game, and how is she the little girl? But they never quite explained it well enough, and I thought the story was just kind of a cop-out. They could have done so much more with it, to be honest, in my opinion.
I think they were more focused on the graphical aspect of it instead of the storyline of it, because I realize that a lot of video games nowadays are more focused on making the best good-looking game and less deprived of the storyline. Because, man...
if we're going to talk about that, we can talk about Battlefront. That was, to be honest, that, in my opinion, that was such an underwhelming experience. They're just like, this game is beautiful, but there's, it was completely style over substance with Battlefront. I appreciated the game and the fact that it was Star Wars, but, I would rather play the original Battlefronts.
Yeah, I was very upset knowing that they didn't actually put, like, a story mode or a campaign in there, because I played...
Tell me about it, man.
Yeah, I played Battlefront 2 for the PS2, and to this day, I still go back in Endor and play that mission, dude. That is one of my most favorite missions.
Yeah, dude.
But...
yeah,
man.
It's fantastic, and then they left out, the whole prequels, to the game, to the Star Wars universe. It's just... it's just really underwhelming. I hope they get it right for the second one. But, it's kind of a thing now that certain developers like not E3, EA, right?
Yeah.
So EA, they don't give you like a full game for $60 anymore. They give you part of the game, and then
the DLC.
You're kind of obligated to do the DLC route.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, if you had back in the day, let's talk about Conker's Bad Fur Day. We were just talking about that. Since there's no internet or whatever and no online services, they're just going to make the biggest, best game they can fit in that cartridge and sell it to you. They're not going to try and give you add-ons or give you half a game and whatnot, because they physically can't unless they're going to do the Sonic and Knuckles thing where they did with Sonic 3 on the Genesis. You ever see that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You ever play where you can actually take the cartridge and stick it into the top of the cartridge, and then you have two cartridges sticking out of there. That was crazy weird, but so typically you were forced to get, developers were forced to put their best foot forward and create a full experience and not money grab, be like, oh, here's 3/4 of a game, you can buy the rest of it on DLC or whatever. I honestly feel like Resident Evil 7 was kind of like that too, where they didn't give you like the whole experience, because shortly after they just released a bunch of the banned footage tapes or whatever for DLC. Yeah, and I didn't buy any of them. I'm just like, come on. You know, if I'm going to pay $60 for a game, it should be the full thing.
Exactly, yeah. Talking about EA, have you ever played any of the Battlefields?
No, I have not.
Oh, wow.
I was pretty much strictly like a COD guy, like Call of Duty, back in the day.
Talking about that as well, why is it so controversial to be a Call of Duty player and a Battlefield player? Because I am that. Like, many people I've ever talked to, they're always like, oh, you play Call of Duty? I was like, yeah. They're like, do you play Battlefield? I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, you know, and I don't understand that.
No, I totally feel you on that one. It just seems like there's such a polarization. You know, you have to either be one or the other.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But no, man, I just appreciate good video games.
Yeah, Battlefield 1, the campaign might have been short, but oh my goodness, I have never felt chills from a video game like that before. Like, that is absolutely awe-inspiring. So, a lot of so, there were these things called war tapes. No, I don't remember. I think it was like a different type of story mode from World War I. It was like in Australia with the Battle of Gallipoli, and then there was the battle with France. Or no, not France, Italy. It was against Italy, and then there was the German fronts and all that. And the one that I remember the most is the Gallipoli fight, because you were playing as this high commander Australian guy, and he was like the one that was sought after the most. He was like one of the coolest, most badass people. And then later on in the story mode, you would go further into the game, and you had this flare that obviously sent the signal that everything was okay and you need to shoot the missile. And like dramatic music played and everything, and then he was laying down close to his death, and he pulled the flare gun, and then you saw the missiles come in, and it was just so emotional and everything. It was crazy.
Sounds cool, man. Sounds cool.
Yeah. There was also another mission where it was, I think it was Lawrence of Arabia. Yeah, that little fight right there. That was a pretty cool one. It wasn't sad or anything, but in the end, they took down the train so they could stop the oil rigs from actually being implored, so their land wouldn't be taken. That was pretty neat. You got to blow up a train, and holy cow, the graphics with that game made it look phenomenal.
Yeah, man. I remember when I first played Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube when I was a kid, and I don't know why, I just thought the graphics were so mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Coming from the N64 to the GameCube, I remember just freaking out about how realistic the water looked in that game. So that was one of the games that I personally was just floored with graphics on. And I know it sounds crazy now because it's a GameCube and it was a Mario game and stuff, but as a kid, man, that was crazy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was enthralled with the graphics of, what was it? Oh boy. I forgot the name of the game, but it was like a this first person shooter. Oh, Death by Degrees. It was for the PlayStation 2, and it was like you could see the inside of people. Like you could do X-rays with breaking bones and shooting through people's skulls and stuff like that. It was a pretty violent game, but it was an amazing game at the same time.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, but then again, I never had a PS2, so probably makes sense.
Yeah. I think you should try out Doom sometime. That'd be a pretty cool one.
Dude, I played Doom. Dude, Doom is one of my bread and butter games.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You talking about the new one or the old ones?
Either or. I mean, like, I have the old one for my Xbox One and the new one because it's backwards compatible, and dude, I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah, man. The new one was really good, and I also enjoyed Doom 3 a ton. And of course, back before, I was playing Doom 3 or the new Doom for the PS4, I was playing the old Doom, back from 1993, I think it is?
98, no, 93.
Yeah, I think Doom 2 came out in 95. I I never played it as a kid, of course, but a little bit later into my when I was like 13, 14 years old, I discovered it and it was fantastic.
Have you ever played Wolfenstein?
Oh yeah.
Robo
Dude,
Hitler.
I am so much. I was back in the day. I was so much into DOS first-person shooters. So all the old DOS games like Wolfenstein, Duke
you know
Nukem,
your games.
Doom.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. What else, man? Oh yeah, I love Dark Forces, Star Wars Dark Forces.
Oh yeah.
Dark Forces 2. It's another great DOS shooter. What else did I play? I got. What was it? Shadow Warriors, I think, was another really good one. Just an old DOS game that was a first-person shooter. There's another game called Chex Quest that I would recommend you to check out, and it was from Chex Cereal. They gave it away in marked boxes of Chex Cereal back in, I think it was 97.
Wow.
And it's essentially just Doom. It was created from the Doom engine, right? Doom Tech 1, or id Tech 1, that's what it is. id Tech 1 engine. And, so they just took that, put some new enemies and stuff, made it, like, kid-friendly and everything. It's really cool. It's 4 levels.
Yeah.
You kill these aliens, or you send these aliens back to their planet, and you're like this Chex. Yeah, you should Google it sometime. You can download it for free from most anywhere.
Wow. Talking about, like, the cereal box games and stuff like that, have you ever, tried any of the Underground games before? Oh, wait, those are for the PlayStation 2. Never mind.
No worries, man, yeah. What are those games?
The Underground? Oh, those were demos before the internet had corrupted video games. They would have, like, these discs where they would have, like, these awesome demos of, like, Spyro, Battlefront, Lego Star Wars, stuff like that. And I remember wanting a lot of those games, and I also remember playing some M-rated games that I wasn't supposed to play. My parents are like the kind of parents that didn't let you play any M-rated games until you were, like, absolutely sure you could not, or you could play them. And there was one that I played called Black Hawk Down, and there was a part in the mission where he said damn, and I just shut everything off. I just ran, shut the PlayStation 2 off, turned the TV off, and ran.
That's so funny because the same thing happened with, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I got Rogue Squadron 1, it was Rogue Squadron 3 for the GameCube, right? Or was it? It was like 2 or 3, whichever one's on the GameCube. And they use the same curse word in that game at one point, and I was a kid, and it freaked me out so much. I just got so sad. I was like, oh no, my Star Wars game swore.
Yeah, I was so scared whenever any curse word, even to be entirely honest, to this day, I have 3 younger sisters, but I thank the heavens above that Xbox lets you use headphones through the controller. Oh, that is a heaven sent. But, now that I play, like, games such as Doom, Battlefield, Call of Duty, those are going to be words that fly just like that. And I'm kind of scared to play it with the audio on, considering the fact that I've been grown up to be such that kind of person that I don't like anyone but myself to hear those kind of words. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the same way. So definitely feel you on that one.
I find that kind of humorous, to be entirely honest.
Oh yeah.
Knowing that we're almost practically adults and we're still over here hunkering down, being scared.
How old are you here, dude?
I'm 17, about to turn 18.
Ah, it's cool, man. So you got a good jump on your channel. I'm 23, believe it or not.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, so I am full blown man boy adult status. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I feel like I'm 17 though, so.
Yeah, and to be entirely honest, if you hadn't have told me, I would have believed that you were 17.
Yeah, man. Especially if I shave. That's definitely the. Yeah.
In one of your videos, I don't know if you remember or not, but I think it was the Halo Reach, something like that. In the beginning of the video where you had your hair flip, that was hilarious.
Yeah, honestly, those. So typically, like now, I start out most of my gameplay videos with like my head popping up out of nowhere, and like there's like this like swoop, like like this noise, and pretty much it was just kind of like low key making fun of Jacksepticeye's intro because he does that like whip that like and then he goes top of the morning to you laddies or whatever. Yeah, so I was just like, what can I do that's like similar to that? So I just like kind of just swoop in with my hair in my head or something.
I find that pretty humorous.
This will be funny, but it's kind of stuck. So I was just like, we'll see how far that goes. We'll see if I keep doing that. If I decided to change it or not.
How long does it take you to fix your hair like that? Because I mean, I've been trying to do something like that, and my hair's always just like staying. It's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta grow your hair out. My hair right now is freaking long because I'm broke. Yeah, so I got really long hair right now, which is usually not the case. Usually I keep it like short on the sides and longer in the front or something. Yeah, so right now it's just a little bit too long.
That's pretty funny. So can you give us a little insight on when the next video is gonna be?
Yeah, man, probably just this week. I'll do like a Prey Part 2 for my movie review, my next movie review.
Ooh.
I'm going to start on that here soon. I have ideas, but I'm not going to drop any of the names of the movies just yet because I do like to keep like the movie reviews kind of secret until I do upload it.
Yeah.
Just, keep things fresh. Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you this. And please, for the love of everything sacred and holy, I will just be like grateful towards you any way possible if you do Sharknado, any Sharknado at all. Please,
dude. Yeah, I've seen Sharknado before. It's horrible.
It is an absolutely
like the thing about movies like that, it's like supposed to be horrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they intentionally make it suck, whereas like Mac and Me just sucked because it was a horrible movie and like poorly done. Like,
that was like the E.T. remake, right? Or like a E.T.
Dude,
ripoff.
it was like such a ripoff of E.T.
Yeah,
it was hilarious. Yeah, so I urge you to go and check out E.T. if you haven't yet, or if you haven't seen it in a while. It's a fantastic movie, just to watch on its own, but. Then go watch Mac and Me. Oh man, it's terrible.
I'm kind of scared to see it, considering the fact that those clips that you showed in the video, they were like cringy bad. It was like atrocious.
Oh, they're so cringy. Like whoever made the freaking costumes for that movie, like who thought? Oh yeah, these aliens here, they look really lovable and cute. Kids will really relate to these aliens that even had freaking little horns on their heads.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And they looked like they were blazed or just drunk the entire time.
That's hilarious.
No, it was bad.
But yeah, I gotta give props to you. Your little skits that you do and the commentaries that you make are so funny. Like, you are genuinely one of the top tier YouTubers.
Hey, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I just try my best here. So... Just trying to make stuff that is decent. It took me about, I would say, like, the script. I found out it took me, like, 26 hours to write the script. Write the script and revise it. Yeah, I can't talk here. But write the script and revise it took me, like, 26 hours, Microsoft Word said. And then just shooting the video took hours on hours. Those videos take a lot of time.
See, the funny thing is, I don't script my videos because I feel as if I do, then I'll be more under pressure and I can't enjoy myself while I'm doing it. But on the same aspect, I feel as if I were to script it, then it would be a better quality video because I tend to murmur and to stutter from time to time during my videos because I am afraid of what I'm going to say next. And yeah, such like that. So I might consider
don't worry, you should see my outtakes. They're horrible.
I kind of want to see those, to be entirely honest. I was seeing that something you had on Patreon and the bloopers and such. I was like, oh, I have got to see those.
If I do start getting more like a Patreon audience, I will start uploading like bloopers and stuff to that. So definitely something I want to do. I have tons of bloopers from like my Mac and Me video, just pretty much from all my videos. Just my raw footage has a bunch of just pretty funny screw ups and mess ups and whatnot.
Yeah.
But hey, man, it happens to everybody.
Yeah. It's funny that we talk about the videos now. One of my most viewed videos has 1.3K views on it, and
really, yeah.
It's not the fact that it has a lot of views, it's the fact that it is an absolute garbage video. Like, I recorded it with a little stand-up of my my iPod 4th gen, recording my 2DS playing Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D and how to get the largest quiver. Oh boy, I don't know how it got so popular, but I mean, hey.
When did you upload it?
Oh, like a year ago, I think, maybe 2. I'm not sure.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
And
that's still quite a bit for just like what you described.
Yeah, and I think that kind of serves the purpose that you don't have to make a good video or like a good quality video to make a good video. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I feel you in some regards. Like, I guess what you're looking for is that you don't have to have like top tier equipment to do your best on YouTube. What I tell people is just get out there and just try your best.
Have fun.
With what you have right now.
Yeah,
definitely always have fun with it. But a lot of people are also nervous to like start. They're like, what if I make a video and it's bad?
Yeah.
Or what if people don't like it? Like, you're just gonna have to bite the bullet and just start, because it doesn't get any easier. I remember I'd been planning on doing my channel and making my first video for a long time, but I kept making excuses, and I was like, well, I'll wait to this time. This time will be better, or when I get this mic, or when I do this with, when I know enough about editing. But in the end, you just keep making excuses, and you just got to do it. My first video, I look back at it, and I'm like, it's pretty cringy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like horrible, but there's things
I think it's still pretty good.
I've learned along the way.
Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But there's a lot of things I've learned by I've made like 23 videos now.
Yeah.
And even with my Puffin Stuff video, which is my first movie review, which was like my 3rd video, there's a whole lot I would have changed.
Yeah.
A whole lot of I would have done more of back then. That was only 5 or 6 months ago.
Yeah, for you starting so early, I'm pretty surprised on how much you've grown. Like, that is insane. 800, almost 1,000 subscribers, dude. That's pretty crazy.
It's exciting, man. It's definitely exciting, and the coolest thing is like people like you, and people. There's a dude, Mighty Marvel Gaming. He's a pretty cool kid. I like him. Just a ton of people have been with me from. I think Mighty's been like there from like 40-some subscribers or something like really early in my count. But I started my channel and I started following people to kind of get the word out.
Mm-hmm.
And over these few months, I've amassed a really cool community of people who interact with me on a daily basis. And, they're just this Andy guy. He asked me, when's the next Prey video coming out? And that stuff is so encouraging and so exciting to have. There's people that are encouraging me constantly. There's people that are excited about my next videos, and people that just tweet me random funny things occasionally, and I'm like, thank you. I can appreciate that. It's hilarious.
I'm pretty jealous.
My day's interesting.
Yeah. I remember I saw your first video, and I was like, wow, this guy. I wouldn't have believed that you had. Like, I think it was maybe around 200, 300 subscribers when I first actually saw your channel.
Yeah.
And then I saw what my first video was, and I was like, wow, I cannot amass to this guy. Like, your first video is way better than any of my other videos that I've ever made, and I'm trying. That's the funny part about it.
Sorry, man.
No,
I appreciate that, yeah.
That's the thing.
Thank you.
I look up towards your kind of videos, because your kind of videos are the quality tier, the reason why people are subscribing kind of videos, and mine are more of a, if you want to get this, then you have to subscribe. The kind of YouTubers that are always like, oh, if you subscribe, you can get this free gift card and stuff like that, So
no, I feel you. You ever see what's his name? The YouTuber. He's really grown a lot in the last year. I think he went from like 50 no, he went from like 10K in a year to 1 million.
Wow.
And his name is Mr. Beast. You ever
Oh
hear
yeah,
of him?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he counted to 100,000. He did a lot of like gimmicky stuff.
Yeah,
He
I know who you're talking
spun a
about.
fidget spinner for 24 hours, like live
What's
streamed it.
bopping Jimbo for charity? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So he's, you know, like I said, I can like appreciate and give credit to anybody who is able to vault a career on YouTube, but whether or not I really enjoy his videos is to be determined.
Yeah.
Because he does a lot of that stuff. Like he just does a lot of giveaways and like counts to 100,000, counts to 200,000. Does like a lot of counting videos.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like good for him. You know, good for that dude. But he has so many subscribers. It's just sad because I've seen some of his like skit videos and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and they're humorous, but you can tell the dude just kind of doesn't care and just kind of does it and gets lots of views and has lots of subscribers.
Yeah.
Like, man, I wish I could even have, you know, a fraction of that. If I could just have the reach, you know, if I just had like the reach to have people discover my channel, that would really help out, I think.
I mean, the way that you're going with things, and to be entirely honest, I think you'd reach around 5K by the end of the year. Especially the way that you're growing.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful.
I mean, you make good quality videos. You have an amazing, like, I'm jealous of the kind of community that you have. I only have, like, 25 followers on Twitter and 111 subscribers on YouTube. And you're over here, like, you're like a miniature Markiplier or PewDiePie or something. It's crazy.
Making it look easy, man.
Yeah, for real.
Putting up those numbers. PewDiePie, what's really promising is he, I think it was by the end of his first year of doing YouTube, I think he said he had like somewhere between 2,000, 2,500. So if by the end of the year I can put up like 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna feel pretty freaking good about where I'm standing.
Oh yeah,
on YouTube.
Definitely.
Yeah.
See, now my problem is I've been on YouTube for, like I said, about 2 years now, and my only problem is the consistency. Like, I have plenty of ideas for videos, but I never actually have the willpower or the, you know, effort to actually upload them or post them, because I have a lot of videos on hold that I'm afraid that aren't that good, because I've seen all these other smaller YouTubers with these awesome intros and like this charismatic voice, and I'm just over here like, hello everyone, today we're going to be doing blah blah blah, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, dude, you got a good voice. Like, there's nothing wrong with your voice, right? So like I would just recommend just give it your all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Kind of
fake
the confidence until I guess you make it, right? Fake it until you make it. But yeah, because like, you know, when I shoot a video, I'm always worried. Okay, is this one going to be as good as the last one? You know, people are going to unsubscribe or dislike this one more or something. But you can't worry about that. You just gotta just give it your best, and you know, leave the rest up to the gods of YouTube. The algorithm.
The algorithm is, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember looking over your channel the first time that we met, and man, that was amazing. I couldn't believe that you had that many subscribers, and yet you had this awesome quality channel. But when I first met you, I was like, this guy is pretty heckin' cool. So this is where we are now. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so a lot of people have told me stuff like that. You know, I still don't know. You know, I watch a lot of my videos. I'm like, I just wish it could be better. I just want to make better stuff. But a lot of people have commented, like on my Troll 2 video, I had somebody comment, you know, he said, when a channel with like, and at the time I had like 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
Like, when a channel with 500 subscribers is better than a channel with 2 million or whatever. I'm
yeah.
like, geez, this guy is freaking nice. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I see all this positive feedback, and I'm just more of a, well, if I can do this, then oh yeah, I can definitely get that same reaction. I also met Alive Macaroon because of you. And,
yeah, he's a nice guy. He makes good content as well. He
Yeah.
works all the time.
Yeah, I
Dude
know.
works all the time.
I've been talking to him on Twitter lately, and he was saying that we should definitely get together and make a video together sometime. So I'm hoping that'll be something in the near future because he's an awesome guy as well. I would love to do a video with him.
Yeah, he is such a nice guy. Very good dude.
And also the Hasselcast people. Wow.
Oh, dude, yeah, those are great too. Yeah, I've met a lot of good people just after starting my channel.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I just recently started Twitter around July, and because of you, I've actually been able to branch out and talk to people because if it weren't, to be entirely honest, if it weren't for you, I probably would not be where I am now. And I thank you so much for that, yeah.
No problem, dude.
It's crazy.
Ultimately, I just want to, help as many people as possible and inspire as many people as possible. That would be great. That'd be very good.
You are like one of the most inspirational YouTubers I've met in quite a while.
Hey, dude, maybe one day, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, whatever, maybe I'll be like sitting at like 100,000 subscribers, some crazy miracle will happen. I'll just become a YouTuber, and you'll have this conversation. You'll be like, I talked to that guy when I was 17, and when he had 810 subscribers.
Yeah. That's gonna be crazy. If the day that I look back on this and you're gonna be like one of the top leading YouTubers, and I'm just gonna be, wow, I'm still friends with this guy to this day, but to know that I was there when he did all of this makes it that much more special, And that's crazy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people see some potential in the channel, and I don't know where it's going to go, to be honest, and I'm just going to try and do my best, but a lot of people, I think, want to be here in case something like that happens. It would be so cool, and I would want to bring as many people with me as I can, bring a live macaroon, bring the Hasselcast with me, you could be one of them, and, it doesn't matter, I just want to help people.
Yeah.
What, honestly, I believe is that I wish YouTubers would just give a little bit more back to their fans, and like PewDiePie, for example, the dude has so much power and influence. Like, if he wanted to, if he found a channel that he liked that is madly underrated or something, right? Let's just use a live macaroon as an example. That dude, all he would have to do in one of his videos for like 2 seconds is just be like, hey guys, go check out a live macaroon, and then instantly like 200,000 subscribers or more, probably. Like, the dude has so much sway, and I don't know why YouTubers don't just the big ones, they could do a little bit more. I think it would be cool if some of the bigger ones did like a shout out series, once a year or something for like one video. I mean, all it would be like one video once a year. That would be super cool. That'd be neat.
Do you know the YouTubers H3H3?
Yeah, Ethan and
Ethan and
what's
Hila.
her name? Hila. Yeah.
Yeah, they're some pretty good friends too. So I think that's pretty neat. I'm a huge fan of them as well, and
yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I would love to meet them. They're pretty neat.
Yeah, Vape Nation, y'all.
Vape Nation, y'all.
You ever see a video called Hillary Clinton meme
machine, or meme queen.
Yeah, meme queen 2016.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Dude, she actually said that.
Yeah, why don't they go Pokemon go to the polls? I was just, why?
I love that.
Why?
Oh, it's such a hilarious video. She's like, I'll dab to that. I vape, so what?
It's that boy. Oh shit, what up?
Yeah. It's hilarious.
Oh boy. There was another thing. What was it? I think it was on the aspect of memes. I forgot what it was, but yeah. Wow, I'm having a brain fart right now.
No worries, man. Memes are awesome. Don't let your dreams be, or memes be dreams.
Yeah, don't let your memes be dreams. I like that one. Yeah. That's pretty funny. What's your opinion on the meme factor? Do you think it's gonna die out, or do you think it's just gonna get worse as time goes on?
Oh man, that's the internet. I love memes. I hope they don't die out.
Entirely honest,
They're
yeah.
my favorite, dude.
I think
Dude,
it's
freaking
funny.
Pepe, rare Pepes.
Pepe's.
Like that was like my thing for a while. I love that meme.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine that literally drew a meme that only he had seen and like kept it in a box, and he's gonna open it in the next 5 years to say that he had the rarest Pepe of all time. So that was a pretty crazy epidemic, to be entirely honest. Like this is
Yeah, a
getting
little
out of
bit.
hand.
Dude's going a little bit far with that one.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, I like all these memes nowadays with like the SpongeBob and it's like mocking people, and then there's another one. It's like what was it? Oh boy. Oh, have you seen the one with the crabs and it's like the Minecraft music and then it's the Steve going ooh.
Oh yeah, I think so. Have you seen the peanut butter baby thing?
Ah.
That's a little bit of an older one. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh boy. Oh jeez. Oh. These memes are getting pretty crazy. I have a teacher, or had, I should say, that he thinks that the memes from 2012 and 2010 are still funny, like the "Can I Has Cheeseburger" and the "Oh my God" books and stuff like that. It can be pretty crazy at times.
It's like the equivalent to one of my teachers in high school used to do that. Just like bring up really dead memes and like think they're cool.
Yeah, really. Oh boy.
But yeah, give him a pity laugh.
Yeah, really. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Ooh, you should make a meme. I just thought about that. You should make a meme. Oh, wait.
Do you see that stupid thing that I made? So I did a year without a Santa Claus.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Special video. Yeah. So for some reason, I just decided one day I was like, hey, I'm gonna do more of these with the year without a Santa Claus. I've got like 3 of them on my computer now. I put one on Twitter, and it got 30 retweets.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I have another question for you about the Pray video. How did you get the voice when you were talking or like looking at that guy that was dead on the floor and you were like, I was 2 days from unemployment, yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah, 2 days from retirement.
Yeah, 2 days from retirement. Yeah.
Yeah. But so yeah, I just took it was like a text to speech thing, and you can download the file, and I just from like an MP3, and I can just put that right into Adobe Premiere Pro and put that in there. Just have like a slow zoom and have like this triggered music, like distorted music.
Yeah. That was hilarious. I gotta give it to you. That was pretty funny.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I never know how stuff like that's gonna go over. Like, I never know if anybody else thinks that's funny besides me. Like, I don't know if like people get my humor, because a lot of times it can be pretty alternative and like offbeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. There's a lot of videos that you make that. Like, okay, so usually I'm the kind of person that, like, it takes a lot for me to actually ha-ha laugh. Like, usually I'm just the kind of person that snorts more air through their nose than usual. But you actually make me ha-ha laugh. Like, that is a good thing.
Well, that's what I'm going for, man. That makes me pretty happy.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things one of the things that I think I laughed most when I was making a video was in my Mac and Me video. It was I think it was just that I was messing around with that freaking like slow motion song.
Oh boy!
Like, I just had what was it? Shoot, his name. Oh yeah, his name is Eric as well. So he's like flying off the cliffside in his wheelchair.
I remember
for some
that.
reason. And the dude's just like flies into the water, and then Matt pops up, and I just lost it when I saw that first. It was so funny, but I was like, dude, I gotta put slow motion music to this and like slow it down frame by frame. And then I slowed it down frame by frame, and he hits the water. I'm like, this clip needs something more. It's like, let's add in a green screen explosion.
That I love
so
those.
It's just like
dude,
a
that
nuke
is
goes off
hilarious.
when it hits the water. Yeah.
I remember, if I remember correctly, I think it was the Mac and Me with the kid in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I remember when he was standing by the end of the cliff, and you were like, It was the voiceover chat, I think it was.
Suicide.
Yeah, the suicide one. That was hilarious, dude. Like I know
I was
that.
just sitting there watching the movie, and like, obviously, suicide's like a delicate issue. I didn't know if people were like gonna get triggered because I mentioned that, but the thing about that was like I was thinking like, okay, this kid, why is he at the end of a cliff or the edge of a cliff? Maybe he saw this movie himself and he's thinking about jumping off of it or something. But yeah, that was pretty good. I like that. My favorite thing I think I've done so far though is the bottle rocket at the end of the Mac and Me movie. When I took the disc and strapped it to that and I lit that thing up. That thing freaking blew that disc up. It was it was awesome. I've got it like in my drawer right now. It's in shards, just pieces. But yeah, so I'm just a big pyromaniac. I thought that was awesome.
What was the how long did it take you to figure out that skit of the one with the car and the baby? I forgot which one that was.
That's Mac and Me
that was Mac and Me as well,
car,
yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking about so I did two things. Originally that was just like from the Mac and Me videos, just like some dumb thing that I did. Because like I noticed that like during these dark scenes, they just played this happy music, and I was like, I should do something really dark and like run over a baby, and have that music play to make a point. Like it's totally mismatched for the tone of the scene. And so, random things like that just pop into my mind. Like I really don't have to think about it too hard. I was just sitting at my computer and I was like, what would be funny? Oh, let's take a baby and hit it with the car. I was like, okay. And then okay, we'll just have the dude talk about like, go get a Big Mac because they're always, plugging McDonald's in this movie, and I'll just take the camera and
product placement
check for the baby, and it's not there. And then, but then I also did. I also like took that Daddy of Five kid.
Oh my gosh!
And like put the face on there.
Yeah.
And at the end, he's just like, "It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank." I love that. That was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, that guy is such a douche. Did you hear that kid got taken away from the family? Right?
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah. So they actually released Cody. I think that the kid is. Yeah. They don't have custody of Cody anymore.
Wow. That's pretty bad.
I guess it just wasn't a prank, bruh.
Well, thank you so very much for coming and having this chat with me today. This was amazing, dude.
Hey, dude, no problem. Thanks for having me on your channel. I'll tweet it out and stuff. And,
thank you.
Yeah, should be good, dude. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Everyone, check out Nolls Nook channel. It's in the description below, and please check his Twitter. That's going to be down there as well. Thank you, everyone who is watching, and yeah, thanks once again. And geez, this was amazing. I hope this is going to be something that I can do in the near future. So
yeah, sure, no problem, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.